welcome to another video. Today we're talking about Black Myth Wukong, and is it a contender for Game of the Year this year? Or what do you think? What do you think? I'm gonna try to. I'm being reviewing this game. I'm at the final boss. I played all of it. I've been playing for almost 50 hours. Everyone who told that the game would be like 15 to 20 hours, they are so wrong. Sorry, they were really wrong. I'm not the best at this kind of games, but I don't suck. I played a lot of God of War and a lot of action games. Actually, are my favorite type of games. And I still struggle to a lot of bosses. I still struggle a lot, and it's a fantastic game, really fantastic game. Is it a Game of the Year contender? I think to answer that question, we'll have to see what is he up to, or what is his competition. What there are the games that possibly maybe also Game of the Year, and try to think is there a possibility that Black Myth Wukong can win? The game sold more than 10 million units. This game is probably it is definitely the most sold game this year. So that's a really big thing in a GOTY contender. That's a big thing. But let's try to mix it up with some other really good games. So first, one of the games that everyone really talks about is Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 is amazing. It was really a really good game. But lately it's dead. Like no one wants to play. It's a type of game that was really hyped and it was really fun to play with friends, and it was so it was amazing. I didn't have that much fun playing with friends in a very long time. But it came in and it went. It's almost like 6 7 months since it was released, and no one plays that game anymore. It stopped. It stopped. There's no big updates. There's no new enemies. There's nothing that make me want to play again. So maybe if they did something like very amazing, like bringing new things, new stuff to do, like completely change the game, people would start talking about it again, and maybe the conversation for being a Go team would arise. But it is what it is. Other game like Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade is an amazing game. Really loved Stellar Blade. I actually gonna do a mixed review. I'm gonna do a versus Stellar Blade versus Black Myth Wukong, because I did both reviews. I already know that I'm gonna do like Black Myth Wukong, and if I'm gonna do Stellar Blade review separately, no one's gonna watch because everyone already watched other reviewers. So I'm going to try to do something different and do like a versus, doing like something different. So, but I really love the game. I really love the comment. I really love the snares. I really love the costumes. Why is it? Now I really love the design of everything. The final bosses in that game are amazing. One thing that I didn't thought I would appreciate that much was the story. The story was good. It was really good, and it had a lot of puzzles. That game, there's a lot of things. Not everything is perfect, but that is a very complete game. And it has puzzles. It has some shooting mechanics. It has fighting mechanics. It has challenging bosses. It has very eye candy like combat and eye candy scenarios. But for some reason, didn't get a lot of hype. There's no one talking about it being a Game of the Year contender. If I don't even know if it's going to be a nominee, so I still don't know. Maybe no, maybe not. Maybe yes. Final Fantasy Rebirth. I think this probably is the one of the favorites win or to take the crown from Black Black Myth Wukong. Everyone loves Final Fantasy. It sold a lot. Maybe not as much as Sony wanted, but sold pretty well. It reviewed pretty well. It's a very big game. It is a very amazing game. It has a lot of good combat, a lot of good mini games, a lot of things to do, like big maps. A very has nostalgia already. It has a lot of characters, a lot of synergies. I really love, like, you can every synergy that you always have three characters. All, all every time that you change the characters, the fighting will be totally different. And if you change the characters and you're fighting different enemy, it always will be different. Oh, damn. Um, but to be honest, I didn't. I love that game. I really think is one of the best games that I played. I'm really happy to be being played, but it's a remake, and it's not just like that. Is a remake. I I already knew the story. I already knew what is going to happen. I think the twist is, will it happen like it happened in the last game, in the original version? They are trying to do some things different, and I really appreciate. There's a lot of people who really appreciate that, and I also really like they're doing things different. But at the same time, I already met Cloud, already met Barrett, already met Tifa, Eric, all these characters. I already met them once, so it's not going to have the same impact for me that a really new game that it's coming out. But I really love the game. Like, it's probably, I'll think that's maybe it's the most complete package to earn or take the crown from Black Myth Wukong. Okay, let's talk a little bit more. Astrobot. That's the game that I'm playing like recently. I'm still trying to finish it. I'm in the final boss, but still I want to platinum it, or at least get the 300 bots. And it's a really cool game. Like, uh, I'm really amazed. I'm really amazed at all the things they can do with the PS5 controller, with the DualSense. It's so good. It's from blowing the controller to some parts, to the way that you move the controller, to do some platformings, to the way that they change it, and it's funny and it's nostalgic, but at the same time, and at the same time, it's quirky and a little bit different. It doesn't have the same graphics. You don't feel like you're playing the same game or a copy of the game that you already played before. It's very authentic and original, and I love that. And but the best part of this game is that it's so friendly for everyone. Like, I played this game with my girlfriend. I had friends coming here, and we played, and everyone was so excited, like, to play with the controller, to try new things, and we all had fun. We were all laughing, playing the game. That's not something that I can do with Black Myth Wukong, with God of War, Stellar Blade, Final Fantasy, and it was a blast. Like, that game is amazing, and it really changed platforming. No, the thing that is that I didn't like, because it is what it is. To be what I was saying. It has to be a little bit easy, and I don't think at every level and everything in the game is easy. I think it's balanced in a way that some levels are easy, some are medium, some levels are really hard. Like, you have to try. There's challenge in it. I know, but it's not the same as a Crash Bandicoot 4. It's not a challenging platforming game, and most sometimes my girlfriend was playing. She's not that good at platforming games, but she tries, and it's a lot of fun to play with her. But sometimes I will do it at the first try, and it's, yeah, I can say it's skill, but since I've been playing, like, since Super Mario Land 1, but it isn't like, I'm just not a regular gamer, and I wish, like, there was more challenge. But I really think that it's very balanced. I just cannot say. I don't know if it's gonna be my game of the year. I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure it's going to be the game of the year, but it definitely could be. Like there is some merit to it. There's some games that are coming out that can also like be a contender, like Dragon Age Veilguard, um, Warhammer. Like drop that. A lot of people love Warhammer. Plucky Squire released like yesterday, and it's also an amazing game. I don't know. I don't know if any of these games will really challenge for the goatee. Maybe I'm forgetting someone, but I think that these are the ones actually that I played that I really think that can win game of the year, and definitely Black Myth Wukong can win. I will not tell you right now what it is my game of the year or why. I'm gonna tell it later or in another video or where when we can just appreciate all the games. When it's time, I'll tell you what it is right now because it can change. I'll tell you like if I had to choose today, I don't think it would be Black Myth Wukong. Like it's not just the invisible walls. It's not just the let's say like the graphics are amazing, but it's the sound protagonist. It's the way that the story art is told. I don't think the game has the same impact like Elden Ring or Elden Ring or it has the same impact or as a God of War. I knew that I was forgetting one. Shadow of Earth 3. It's the DLC and it's the same thing as Final Fantasy Rebirth. I already played it. It's the same game. It's a DLC. But can you really call a DLC that is like 40 hours, 50 hours if you're not trying different builds? You like can you not like say it is like almost a full game? It is a full game. And it is even better because I could play with my character, my mage, and I really had fun. It was really cool to see again, to explore again for the first time, to not know where I would go, what would happen. Like the challenges would be, I get the enemy here. It's really good, but sometimes the balancing in that game it was not that fun, and it's not like super hard gamers will really love this game, but it's not balanced or you get to get more A3 fragments. It's not just it is not just like that. There was a lot of things like some frames that were really dodgy, and there was a lot of things that you didn't when you're fighting a boss. It didn't felt a lot of fairness. I think it is a game that it's fair. It's fair, but it was extremely difficult for some reasons that it wasn't fun. It was challenging, and I appreciate the challenge, but I rather have fun beating a boss than just trying it 100 times, hoping that I get lucky and everything goes well in that one time, and then I cannot beat that boss again if I try it again one more 100 times. But I'm not a Souls like real expert. Um, I loved Elden Ring, but also Shadow of the Earth 3 is like a really good contender for Game of the Year. If you are putting it, even though it's a DLC, I think it can take the crown also. So we have a lot of contenders here that I talked about. As I told you, I'm not going to tell you my pick, but I think Black Myth Wukong will win. I don't know if it would be my pick, but I think it will win because there's a thing that is very important. That Game of the Year is a show about hype. It's about business. It's about a lot of things. And this game is really, really sold very well in China. And all gamers, all the people, this is a show, this is an event. Everyone wants to go a little bit more abroad. Everyone is hyped because of Son of Kong, because the TikToks, all the videos there it is, all the animations, all the fights there. There's a lot of people who didn't play the game that are talking about it. There's a lot of people who are playing the game. This is the best game they played this year. So I really think that all of that gonna count. The Chinese population, the hype, people wanted to be abroad and go through. They're trying to go to the Chinese market. All the people are really talking well about this game. So if he wins, it's not going to be outrageous. The game is really good. Like the game is amazing. It is really good. It's not perfect for me, and I don't think I'm not going to tell you about this game of the year, of this year's, but I don't think it's better than any other game of the year that we have in the last 5 years. I think it's a really good game, but it's not a game of the year for now for me. I'll play more of it, but for now there's too many. No, it's not flaws, but there's a lot of things that I really like. And if you want to watch my video of bugging on Erlang, I got some bugs in the game, but I'm not bashing it. I don't want to be like Dual Standards and try to think that don't love the game. I just think that, and I don't think it's going to be unfair if he wins. I just think that for me, if I'm seeing all the game, if I'm talking right now, if I had to choose not right now, if I was talking about all the games, I don't think that would be my pick. But there's still time for more games and more ideas and to think a little bit more. But how about you? If game of the year was tomorrow or today, what would be the game that you would pick? Or what was the game that you played this year that you had the most fun? The game that you loved the most? Even if it's Zenless Hero or Zenless Zone Hero, I don't know the name, but it was a good game. Every game counts, even Fortnite. If Fortnite is your game of the year, just tell me about it. I'm really passionate about games, movies, animes, and a lot of things. So let's create a community. Let's talk about it. Tell me what's your game of the year and why. Do you think I'm being fair with Wukong? Did you felt the same things? I love the game, but I don't know if I would put it in my goatee. Would you put it on your goatee? We'll see the next one. Peace.